to Same Book, Three Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy!
Hey peoples, this is Renee,
Bridget,
Alicia,
and this is episode 2 of our podcast where we review books and let you guys hear what we think about it. For the month of February, we did Wonder by Christina C. Jones. It's a romantic post-apocalyptic story, something a little different from what we're used to reading, and that is what we chose. So here's what we thought about Wonder. So first off, I read this book before the other two ladies, and I want to know what you guys thought, like your first reactions when you first start reading this book, because I know it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, I know it was, but I was prepared for it. So I just want to know your first initial thoughts when you were getting into this book.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll go first. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll go first. Okay, this is Bridget. And what did I think from the beginning? I really didn't know what to think because I didn't read any reviews on it. I didn't look at the little clip thing that she had posted. So I really didn't have any preview of it. So when I started reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I reading? Is this in the end time? Do I need all of this for the rest of the book? I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it. And it's like, it took a minute before I really was interested in the rest of the book, to be honest. It took a minute.
Yeah.
You know, so my first thoughts were, girl, we finished this. We ain't gonna finish.
Yeah, I remember getting them text messages. What you got me reading? Like, what is this?
Girl.
That's my bad for not preparing you enough. I thought, I don't know. Like, I was just like, okay, just trust me. And I was thinking about it. Well, I had a lot of prep because, like I said, I saw the video. I read the sample. I was like, following with the promo stuff. And I was prepared to know that it was something different.
Right.
That's all I told y'all, that it was something different. But I left out the why part. My bad.
You had to. I mean, you really couldn't give anything,
But based on what she gave away, you would have been more prepared as far as like the characters being aligned with some of the characters from Alice in Wonderland. Because without knowing that, I didn't think about that at first, but without knowing that, you would like, what? But yeah.
I'm not a fairy tale reader.
Yeah.
Or like the movies that come out with the adult kids or whatever, with the fairy tale people love, that's not me.
Yeah.
So with these, I'm reading, what kind of characters are these? Are they real people? So yeah, I was a little taken back with that.
Yeah. What about you?
So I had similar thoughts as her. However, I didn't text you because I trusted you. I was like, I'm going to get through this because she said it's good. So I just want to point that out. But I actually did watch some of the clip of how, the preview. And I was just like, I don't like none of these movies that she's mentioning that's going to be a part of the book. And I'm just like, but my sister, I trust her that, she said it's going to be good. So I'm going to, read it. And I got 2 kids or whatever. And when they went to take their nap, I started reading. And I fell asleep probably like chapter 4. Not gonna, like, I got to maybe like chapter 3. I fell asleep on it. Then when I woke up, I was like, my sister says get good, so I'll keep reading. So I kept reading, and I'm actually glad I did because I really love the book, but the beginning part, it was rough. It was rough reading it.
Yeah, and I thank you guys for trusting me. That means a lot. Y'all know I would not throw you out there with just any old thing. If I didn't like it and love it, I wouldn't have said it. But I knew, because it took me a while too. It's like, I think I had to get to about chapter 6 until I was like, all right, you know what? Okay, we getting somewhere. I'm liking this. Let's see where it goes. But I'm not gonna. I liked because I was prepared for what it was going to be. I did like the beginning of it because it was basically explaining, and that's what I was going to ask about next, but it was explaining the environment. It was explaining, you know, where things were, the setting and stuff, and you had to know those things because they did play a part in how you know how everything works out in this book and, you know, in this world, well, our world. But so I guess I was more receptive to that because I was prepared and I knew that it was a post-apocalyptic type of thing.
Right.
So I was into it, but it did not, like, oh, I gotta lose some sleep because I'm gonna read this, bro. You know, like, not in the beginning, but after a while, I was like, oh, no, I'm not putting it down like that. You know,
Right.
but yeah. So
same for me. I didn't put it down after chapter 6.
Yeah, so it was like in the beginning, you know, it has the setup, and it took a while, but you see why. Heck, it was a lot you had to know about the lifestyle, about the different places and the different sections and all this stuff. You had to know those things to understand it all to the end. So those initial thoughts, that's all I really want to know, because that was really funny, us going through that. And then seeing other readers, they said the same.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and these are people who are like diehard fans. So let's get into the environment. Let's get into, because like you said, like a good chunk of the first part of the book was about the setting, the different sections with the apex, the mids, the boroughs, the what was it, like America's police force, those dudes, and just the government. Like, it was a lot to know, a lot of information, but like you needed to know that. So what do y'all think about, goodness, just the daggone environment, the rain, the thunderstorm? You can die from being out there.
It sounded like, to me, it was like the end times. Mm-hmm. It was like everything had got destroyed, like a movie you have seen, the end times.
Yeah.
And it's like where she was living at, they was on lockdown, because when she had went, I had to go back and read, because when she had went to the department store, the grocery store, and the cop was in there pushing her along, I was like,
yeah,
go back.
That was a lot to process. It was not only the destruction of the world, and she was saying like Mother Nature basically fighting back, knocked, you know, a lot of population out, and places became, you know, unlivable. But then, like you said, where she lived and how they section stuff off, it was so restricted and limited that you can't grocery shop freely. You have to be in a straight line. Okay, if I need that, grab it. If I don't need it, just follow the line. What?
That was crazy.
Like those. Yeah, I mean, that I like those parts, because it really puts you in the mind frame of where these characters are because of how they're living. You had to know that because they didn't have the freedoms that we had, you know. The fear and stuff. Yeah, and like it was in times. Man, that was really bad. It's not only the weather; it's just like how the government was. All of that was explained. I mean, a lot of it was still corrupt like it is now. But
another thing that got me was like the one part she had in there, she was happy because she had enough money or something to do like a 10-minute shower.
Yes.
I'm like, that's a luxury
for hot water.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And
then the phone call. Now it's choosing if she wants to shower, should she use the money for a phone call to check on her sister.
Recorded video, monitored, whatever it said it was.
I was like, what? They took away all their technology, like their cell phones. You couldn't have that unless you was super rich. They took away, you know, all these different things, these luxuries that we have. They said they were sterile. Like you had to, they've been sterilized. You know, like the section she was in is supposed to be like the mid section. Is not like the rich people, the apex, but it's it's like the slums as the boroughs are supposed to be.
Right.
But you know, you just had to be super rich just for a daggone cell phone. Like that didn't make sense. Like what kind of world was that? And then in her section, like just the fear of being out after dark.
They had a curfew.
Yep, curfew.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You can get shot up, killed by anybody. Like you couldn't. The cops were not protecting you. They were literally the most the most ones with the threat. Like it was a lot to take in, you know, and that setting it had to be set. But goodness, I was like, how are they living?
Right?
How are you lit? Like you said, you get excited to have some money for a 10-minute shower. Like, what kind of world? And she had to put us there. We had to see that.
And the food. She ain't eat.
Oh,
no meat.
No meat.
Yeah, no meat. Yep.
I'm like, what kind of bullshit?
Yep. She had to take care of her grandma. She's working his job. And they can't afford to do anything but just wake up in the morning and just do it all over again. Like they can't, you know, split the coffee rations.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't have made it.
I'm like, you have to like a certain amount put in your ID code and that's all you can get. Oh, I'm learning everybody ID code. I'm getting me some extra coffee. You know we can't do that. But so yeah, that was pretty. I mean, in hindsight, of course, you had to read all that stuff before. It's like, what is happening? What are we doing? But that was really good. I really liked that part because you really saw the struggle. You really saw the pain, and you just can't imagine from where we are now having to live like that and for it to get any worse. Okay. So let's move on to like I guess the characters.
You said it right, characters.
Yeah, we could do the characters. I mean, you don't have to make all the I guess correlations to the Alice in Wonderland, but I mean you can. That's why, like I said, with the preparation, a lot of the personalities and stuff made complete sense with Ruby, with Chess.
Speaking of what's that? The Scarecrow and the Wizard of Oz, girl, Big Blue. What's the man name? That's what I thought. The Big Blue Wizard. I'm like,
oh, the Wiz. I love the Wiz. Was
a witch. She was the witch. I would say she was the Wicked Witch.
But see, this was Alice in Wonderland.
I've never seen that. I've seen parts of it.
I've watched that movie. I have kids. I mean, like I let me not even go there. I had that DVD before I had kids. I'm not even gonna say that. I had that before I had kids. So I did like that. I did like that movie. So a lot of the correlations made sense. But they didn't go all the way in. It's, you know, they like the play off the names happened and little bits of the personalities with Ruby being this like just ruthless woman who's the queen and have all these subjects, and that was like the queen who had like the card.
I don't remember it.
But okay. So I've seen the movie plenty of times. So that's how like I was like, dang, you know, she was worse. I mean that lady in the movie was crazy too, but and then, you know, the Cheshire Cat with the big old smile who's like real sneaky, that dude, that's who Francesca was supposed to be like.
Okay.
I was waiting on that. I'm like, okay, I don't trust her already because who she based off of. And then Maddox, I remember she said it was supposed to be like the Mad Hatter, but it wasn't. It was just a play off the name. It wasn't more.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, like the actual character. And then you have Allie. Then you have Nadia. What was the boy who liked her?
Moses.
Moses. Mosley.
What's his name?
Dang it. I think it's Mosley. It's gonna be. I got the book in my head.
I wrote it down.
I believe it's Mosley.
Oh, it is Mosley.
Okay.
What I said? Oh,
Moses. That's close. We have them. Oh, then we have Bunny. You guys talking about Bunny, her friend. Bunny. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's go into that part. So this is after we found out, you know, how crazy it was. Girl couldn't take a shower. I remember she called it her grandma and was, you know, worried about Nadia not knowing where she was. And like that was scary to me because I'm like, oh my gosh, we saw how horrible it is, and she was
out at nighttime.
Yeah, at nighttime, how dangerous it is. I'm like, why? To me, it took a while to get to this point as far as like the setting and setting things up, and then as soon as we got into the story, I'm like, I'm not ready. Wait, not nobody missing at night. Because nothing good was gonna come from that. I knew nothing good was gonna come from that, so I wasn't even ready for nobody to get got that early. But so yeah, so that's the bunny character who's a bunny in the movie. I don't know. The dude was always late. He was running late to everything. So let's talk about her and how they got to the Burrows.
I couldn't believe it, first of all, that she lured her there. I just thought that, like Nadia was saying, that she always wanted to go further and always wanted to go further, but she didn't want to go because, they're not supposed to go that far. But I would have never thought. I just thought she was telling the truth the whole time. I didn't know she wasn't
telling the truth until they said it, until the girl said it. I would have never. And she took off. And you remember when they so after they got to the house and she followed the chips or something, the cheese puffs into that alley, and then old girl, she took off running when Allie told her to take off running.
Right.
And the whole time I'm like, where's this girl? Why is nobody trying to find the bunny girl? Like, I hope she got home safe. I'm like, all these things. Because now she's in the Burrows, which we think at this time is just way worse than where she's from. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now that girl's going to be dead because she was trying to help you get your sister. You don't know where your sister is. And then we find out that little heifer set them up.
I thought she was going to be with her sister. When she found her sister, I thought Bunny was going to be with her. That's what
I thought she was going to end up dead. I thought somebody was going to catch her because of where they were. And, because, we knew that the girl, not even knew. She lied about that. But we thought that her sister was hurt.
Right. Yeah.
So I felt she was going to find her sister hurt, but I didn't know, who was going to have her. But old girl, I just knew that somebody was going to get her. And, everybody they acting like dead bodies was just going to be in the street. You just walking over dead bodies. So, that's all I was thinking about. But to find out that she actually set that up.
I thought when she got to her sister wasn't going to want to come back. I thought
that too. When they at Ruby, when they found her at Ruby and she was supposedly was that like dancers? Were they escorts? What were these girls?
I think
it was escorts.
It was a whorehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she didn't I guess she didn't take it that far. She didn't have to. She didn't want to, so
yeah. It's like they treat the girls with respect. Saying they could go as far as they want to go. But yeah, like Felicia said, when she was walking out, I had a little inkling that maybe she wanted to be there. I kind of felt like for a split second, I was like, okay, because it didn't seem like, oh my God, you're saving me. It's like I didn't feel that coming off immediately when she walked out. And I was kind of reacting to it.
Nadia probably didn't feel that she was in a place where she would have to be scared.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, she just said how she was gonna
where she come from,
get a dude to help her.
That's true.
Reach out to her sister.
But I'm glad. She ready to go. Okay, in the alley when she was getting beat up by these two dudes, who I thought was gonna get way worse than what happened, and then old boy came and saved her. Okay, so where we at? Of course. Or if you have another Sadiq moment. I think I like
pretty great.
But he dark skin. But okay. So when she's in the house or whatever, and she was walking down on a conversation with Chess and Maddox. That's when we met them for the first time.
Right.
He seemed the dude seemed closed up and hard or whatever. You remember, because he didn't want to help her. He was trying to keep Chess off of her for not being so mean or whatever, but then he didn't want to actually help her out.
Right.
And she's supposed to be going to help, find her sister or something. I'm like, why did you save her if you didn't want to help her?
He wanted her to help. He look, you like to help people. You didn't help people before.
Well, yeah. Who you talking about? Chess helped people before?
Because he was talking about Chess had helped him and Mosley.
Right.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to think of her at that point.
I didn't like her.
I mean, we knew she had power because whatever the little tattoo type of thing, what she did with lipstick on a girl's neck, talking about now you could be, it's safe for you to walk the streets. So at that point, we still didn't know
Right.
what kind of place they were in. But I knew she had power or whatever. But I didn't like. I don't know. I didn't really care for her from the jump. There was nothing about her that made me think that she could be trusted. Like from
Me
the
either.
jump. She didn't seem very, very nice.
I'm just thinking. I'm trying to remember how I felt about her. I mean, I don't know if I didn't think I can trust her when she was introduced. When she was introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maddox brought Allie to the house, and I don't know. I just thought I could trust both of them, I guess, since they did save her and they didn't know her. They had no idea who she was or what she was doing there. They just knew that she didn't belong.
Yeah, that's true.
So
it could have been because of her character relation to the daggone movie. Like I just always I didn't trust her from the jump.
from the movie.
Like, I think
you got that insight.
Like that set me up.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, just from knowing who, I just didn't trust. I didn't trust her. It was just the way she was like talking.
She was so standoffish.
Yeah, so but it's the way she was talking to Maddox about the girl, or the way she was like coming, like kind of trying to intimidate Allie and stuff like that. I don't like people who do stuff like that. First of all, right. So that kind of thing made me not like her. I didn't know to the extent that she was gonna behave, right. But yeah, I didn't like her from that. But then we met D and Dim. Let's talk about D and Dim.
The twins. They nasty.
And they got on my doggone nerves.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh. Absolutely. Totally. Like really.
Totally. Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, just get high already. When they high, they talk right?
Yes. I didn't want them in any more scenes after that first one. I was like,
I liked them when she was like, I don't think they was dressing her. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, she didn't like how they dressed, so she was just like, I don't want them dressing me. And she was like, you think we want you to dress like us? And I took it like, what are you trying to say? But then like they just took it as they were gonna dress her how she was already dressed,
Yeah. Right. Like they knew, I guess they were more, fashionably aware. Like, girl, you ain't, because I took it as an insult. Like, you ain't us.
Yeah, originally I did. Like, what do you mean? But then when they called her pretty and like, I liked them after that part. Before that part, I thought they was just nasty.
I mean, they are. They sleep with the same dude. I'm sorry. And y'all sisters, y'all twins. That's nasty.
Yes, yeah.
Like, come on, man. But they were helpful. Now I can't say it was nothing bad, except for they were annoying as crap when they weren't high. But yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yes, she's super pretty. Like they I thought it was funny how they was mocking each other. I just thought they was nasty before I started liking them after they dressed her.
Yeah, they were right. So I mean, I know it's like we're going like through each part, but like I remember when I guess they went down to whatever, I think it's like the underground, I think that's what they call it. It's like, I guess, a club. This was like her first time hearing music, her first time, she's sitting there, got this full meal in front of her, not really knowing what to do with it, don't want to. It was, I really loved that, because she just really didn't know. She didn't know any of this was happening, and I know it was like unraveling in her mind already that this place is better than in my mind, I'm like, they got food, they got music, they can do all these things. Like, and where she live at and how they can't do nothing, like, I knew that had to just blow her mind. I mean, that was a whole different world. But her even just having a hot meal and not, having meat, and then the attraction she already had with the boy, but try to front and stuff. How girls do. We do that. But I like that.
So are you referring to the first time she went down there, or
the first time? We know. Yeah, the first time she went down before she found her sister. But yeah, so yeah, she got her sister from Ruby the Queen. What about
honey? What that thing say? Yeah, Queen.
Yeah. Yes.
I liked her.
I I did too. I'm not gonna lie. It was something
cool.
about her.
I was like, I know this sounds bad, but
no, but it was like, I don't know. It was just like she had this type of power and she had this type of ruthlessness. First of all, she's a female. And I'm like, oh, you know, like she's running everything like that. You know, the dudes, all her security, you know, they handle everything. She ain't gotta even look at them. They got it. And all these people respect her, and they're coming to her and trying to ask for help. That was funny, because I didn't think she was actually like a queen. I didn't, but that's how it was.
Right.
So when they met her at the because you remember she met her.
Yeah, because she did her hair.
Yeah, she took her friend's client.
Right.
But then did she know this part about her?
Who? Allie?
Like, did Allie know that she was this queen? I don't remember.
I didn't know.
She knew that she was like, you know, she had these dude powers.
Yeah,
I don't think she knew that, right?
Not
yeah.
really, no.
So just being able to see this woman with that sword, what they call them, these women like baddies. And I don't usually like use terms and stuff, these little popular stuff, but she really was that. You know, she had the attitude, the swagger, she had the power. She, you know, you can't mess with her. She handled her own. Plus, she has people who respect her enough to handle it for her and who protects her. I liked that. Like, I actually did. I didn't, you know, and then she still had a heart to me underneath to even let her sister go without, you know.
It's like, I want people that want to be here. Like, I was like, girl, yes, I like her.
Because it wasn't like a pimp situation, like, I'm going to get you, you mine forever, I'm going to slap you around, do what I tell you. It was, I don't know. I ended up having a respect for what she was doing. And she seemed like she was a respectable business person. But I liked her. I really did. It's just, you thought she was ruthless. You know, I mean, she was, but you just, she had another side to her, you know.
Ruthless with getting her the business done, but it wasn't like a raunchy ruthless like Chess was. She didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was. I just
see. That's how I felt when I that face you making.
But I didn't know that. I didn't know it till the end how she really was from you know when she came on the scene. I mean, I thought she was all right, but you know, I didn't know the storyline.
It was
I like her.
Even if I didn't like know the correlation, it was like the way Chess moved, the way she talked, and her air about her. It was just always in my mind. It was just something about like her infatuation with Nadia, helping out with the computers and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't know about all this internet stuff they were trying to do, but it was just, to me, it was like I always felt like she wanted something.
Oh yeah, she wasn't just gonna just help you.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, like you were gonna end up having to pay her back in some form or fashion. And I was like, whatever it is, I'm sure nobody's gonna like it.
Right.
And I guess Ruby was kind of like that too.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it just didn't seem so dirty.
She wasn't sneaky with it. Like,
yeah.
Oh, like
yeah, she was up front when Allie came over.
That's true.
To her house to see her grandmother. She was up front. Okay, go on in there, Nadia. See your grandmother. Now you come here with me.
Like she did so much for them. Like I was floored.
But why though? Why did she? Why did Ruby do so much for them?
Well, in the end, see, we don't want to jump to the end. Remember her with the mama and stuff. Okay. So the main, I guess, romantic interest in this book was Maddox and Allison. So we're gonna talk about, I guess, that second time she went to the underground after she knew her sister was safe. Mm-hmm. And how she was supposed to be hungry, going down there to get something to eat. Mm-hmm. But see, the embarrassing thing to me was I was waiting for her to stop when she saw Maddox with the two girls. I was waiting for her to snap out of it before anybody saw her staring, and the girl never did. I was like, why you let them see you looking at them? Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about Maddox in that situation.
Girl, that scene right there, I saw that. was like, I see them.
Yeah, it was like funny and cute. Not that part, but right before that, she don't know how to dance. She don't know how to move like them. The music and stuff, and he's sitting there just like, okay, well, this is how you do it. I'm gonna show you how. I was like, oh my gosh,
we're so like, naive. These naive women, these characters. Oh my gosh, where did I find them?
She was just like, she knew nothing, and it was just so crazy. Like, just imagine. First of all, no music, you don't know, you don't bump, you don't move, you don't do none of that kind of stuff, and then you have this whole club environment, people just moving and grinding on each other, and she wasn't too shy to try, which was really cool, because I thought she was like gonna be, nah, but she wasn't too, like, she wasn't timid a little bit, but when he got her one-on-one and was telling her how to move and how to do that, she did. I thought that was cute, but then they took a little too far.
I'm like, oh my gosh!
Not in the middle of the club. I guess it was dark enough. I don't know. So when that happened, they little on the floor little action, and the girl jumped and left like she ran off. I thought, where did she go? She went to the room. She went back to the room. In my mind, I just knew he was gonna like run after her.
That's what I thought too.
I should have known that he wasn't, because of how type of dude he was. And at that point, he was just like getting what he can get it to me. But I really thought he was gonna come back to the room. I was almost disappointed that he didn't.
I didn't think he was a bad guy that he didn't go after her. He was like, he didn't know what to expect. That was really kind of crazy. If like he asked her, "Do you want me to?" and she said yes. So he did. And then afterwards, you just gonna run?
I want to know what scared her.
Well,
more the being like in the middle of
everything, in front of everybody.
The actual feeling.
Well, you know that was her first one.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why did that freak her out more than I'm gonna say the N-word. But like, because wait, didn't the lights come on or something like that? Didn't
no.
like
No, I don't know. But during, I mean, like if it's your first one and the feeling just creeps up and it's like you can't control it and you just let go, and then once it's over, you're like, oh
what was that? Yeah.
What did I just do in front of all these
That's
people?
So true. Because like, it was a lot. The first one, and that could be that type of like, what did you just do to me?
In front of all those people?
That's all I'm gonna say. Like, they're in a public place. You don't know this dude. You let him do it. I guess she didn't know that was gonna happen. Maybe she didn't know anything about that.
I think she felt ashamed. That's why she left.
Afterwards, yeah.
That too, yeah.
But not during, honey. She wanted that thing.
She waited till it finished, and then she was like, "Oh no, not in the middle." But
I was like, yes. You said yes. I was shocked.
Right. This is like all of that. What just happened? It's like first not knowing how to dance, not knowing the music, then you moving, then you got him touching you and stuff, and then it goes straight to there. That was like pop, pop, pop.
I had to back up a little bit. I'm like, did I miss something?
I was shocked. Because she's like, you're very inexperienced, all this stuff, all of these things are new. You're just now realizing what type of place you're in. That was a complete lie. First of all of that would have been processing, but nah, she tried to get hers and then run off. Yeah, so he didn't come. The sister and stuff, they went to sleep, and then they ended up going back home. So how you get back to life? After all that,
I guess it wouldn't be too tough to get back to where you were. I mean, all her life, that's all she knew. So she just was there in the boroughs for what, a few days?
Yeah.
Not long. I'm sure she had a good time, good experience or whatever, but
nah, I'd be trying to get back.
I don't know if she was trying to run from him or what, but she was ready to go.
That's true.
I don't know how her sister left. I don't think if I was her sister, I don't think I would have wanted to leave.
Well, she got to follow her sister, honey.
I'm like, I'll come visit you, sis.
Oh, I remember the part.
This is my new home. Mm-hmm.
Like her and her sister was like getting upset about her thinking that she's the only one who mattered, like, or that she didn't matter
Right.
to anybody else as much as they mattered to her. I thought that was like a really, really sweet moment.
She was sweet.
Okay, so she got back to work. How she didn't tell her friend about taking that client, I was mad about that.
Sort
She
of. I
could've
was
said
But
something.
she didn't really take her though.
But it's not that. It's the client wants you now, but you should have said something. Like, that's all y'all livelihoods. No, if that's my friend, I'm gonna be like, look, I did her hair. She wants me to take her on as a client. Like, I'm just that type. Just say it, because she knew how much that woman needed that money, which we get.
Right. And that's why she couldn't tell her.
But
It would have been super hard for me too.
anyway.
Well,
But it's still hard to say.
I don't know if I would have told her. No, I don't know.
I would have said something. You know, you got to peel the Band-Aid off slow, but don't let them take it off themselves, you know.
Well, she did wait until the lady came.
Man,
right?
nah,
Till she was coming.
that's too late. That's too late. Like,
yeah, till the lady called, and the lady called.
Yeah.
Okay, so
they worked that out though. They worked it out.
You know, I would have did like she did. I would have like gave her a portion of it, knowing that, you know, she needed that, because I think her daughter was like sick or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, it was just so bad. Like, it's just the medicine. You couldn't even trust that the medicine was like, that place was horrible. Okay, so on to Maddox, onto his life. You learned about him and Mosley, who are not brothers, right? They were just in that same.
They were not brothers, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then I didn't know. I guess it didn't click later that the chess girl was actually in there with them. When did that happen? Because I thought she was a social worker, but
she was in a home too. She was in a home. I think she was being molested, right?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. But before he mentioned that part, he said how she was like a social worker. She was helping other people.
Must have
Like,
been
did that happen after? Oh, okay.
After that.
Yeah, afterwards.
Oh, okay.
After that.
Okay, so Maddox and his whole deal being like her little brother, like Chess's little brother, but he handles her business as far, because then you like go to somebody's house, you know how they do when somebody got to pay up and you got to knock them around a little bit.
Yeah.
So he was that guy, but that guy was affected by this girl who came from the mids. It just popped up on him. I love those parts in stories when the dudes just feel like they just run through girls, it ain't nothing, and then there's like that one girl that really snatches their attention. It's like they can't stop thinking about them, and like that's just so cute to me. So that happened, and that little scene at the bar when the boy he wanted him to take something to
the battery, rechargeable battery. Mm-hmm.
He wanted to take, Mosley wanted you remember Maddox to take that over. He's like, you know, you want to go to, so stop fronting. So yeah, skipping that, Maddox was at their back door.
I was excited about it myself.
I didn't know that they were going to get to where they got to, because I thought she was going to be playing like hardball the entire time. She was just going on like these highs and lows. She was
like, I'm like, what's she talking about? She let him.
No, I know, but then she ran off. So I'm thinking like she's going to try to be, you know, off-putting the entire time, because she kind of cares about what he thinks about her being inexperienced. Keep wanting to remind him that she's not a virgin, right. And all of that. But
speaking of that part right there.
Yeah.
You want me to show you that I'm not a virgin?
It's like, bro, you don't even got to do all this.
I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going back and forth and back and forth. And what did he ask her? Oh, when he asked about her orgasm, he said, was it your first because of someone else though? Girl, I about died when he said that, asking her that.
That was funny.
I'm like,
that was funny.
Ask somebody that.
He needed to know why she ran off.
He had no filter, and it was so funny the way that he would say stuff to her.
But
that
he
was
had
a good
to
one.
be straightforward, because she ain't know nothing. She act like she ain't know nothing.
Yeah, that was funny.
What about that right there? I was like, oh my goodness, no, he didn't. No, he did not.
Like, we all want to know. Shoot, I mean, 'cause you acting all, yeah, like that was, I liked how, because I remember, then she broke down about like life and stuff. And it was almost like the first time she ever let herself just cry it all out with this guy. This is before, they did all that. What?
You just kill me. You really kill me.
Who, me?
Yes. The way you explain stuff with all of that. You can't even.
No, I want to
You can't even say it.
Right? I'm like, you writing all this stuff and you can't even say
They had sex.
I can't say any of the words that I write.
Oh my gosh.
I can't. I used to have to drink just to write the word.
Like, actually.
And now I can do it. Sober, But yeah, so I can't say it.
Okay, go ahead.
But anyway. No, I'm just saying, like in the kitchen when she finally broke down and he, held her and stuff and trying to comfort her. And it was almost like they were like really familiar. Like they already knew each other, and I thought that was a little cute little moment. Yeah. That he was trying to be there for. Okay, now we can talk about the sex. Okay, is that okay? They did it. So yeah.
It wouldn't go in because it had been forever.
No, in the kitchen when she walked up, because he followed her. She didn't invite him. He followed her to her bedroom, right?
Did he?
I think I'm pretty sure that's what. Like, I don't know if they were arguing or something, but I know that she went to her room.
I think he did.
And he just followed her up there because I remember she was like shocked that he actually came up there, and then that's when she wanted to show him that she wasn't a virgin.
I thought they had that conversation before they got to the room.
I don't think so. I think they did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like in there, and that's when she was kind of like trying to come off all hard, and he was trying to like, hey, like chill out, like doing all that back and forth. And at that point, I'm like, y'all gonna do it away, like. It's like,
because wasn't he just like he didn't want to do it if that was the only reason why she wanted to do it?
Yeah, like he was asking her, why she wanted to do it, and I'm like, dang. And then the whole when he agreed where he was going to, and she was like, I don't want like pity sex, or I don't want you to do it out of pity or something. And he was like, what I'm about to do to you is not out of pity. I was like,
okay.
Y'all better do something. No, that was that was a cute line.
I could have sworn she walked off because he like turned her down.
He turned her down in the bedroom.
He did something. He said something to make her leave.
Dang it, y'all! This making me mad now. I need to know. I remember her when he came to the room. She was trying to come on to him, and he was turning her down. Like, like, what are you trying to prove? Type of thing. Like, what are you doing this for?
Why she gotta be so like she knows? She don't know anything. Why do you have to play that game? Don't you know they gonna find out?
I don't know. I think it's just it's not wanting to look weak, not wanting to look like you're inexperienced. Nobody wants that, especially when you're dealing with somebody like him. You want to be like, I be getting mine too.
Got twins and stuff.
Right? He got twins, She probably feels like she can't compare. I mean, she kept talking about them too. So yeah, she probably feel like, she can't compare to them, or she's not, that type of girl. She don't look like them, dress like them, act like them. So I guess she has to come off a different kind of way because she wants to feel like she belongs or fits. And she don't.
I really liked them when they were just like how when he smacked him on the butt, like after this sex scene, and anyways, they knew that he liked her or whatever. They was like, I guess we can't have you anymore.
Yeah,
I like them.
Wasn't it at the apartment when they were high and normal?
Yeah.
That was funny. I did it. Yeah, that's when I started liking them because I can understand them, but I had to be them repeating themselves backwards and stuff.
Right? Oh, they got.
But yeah,
they cracked me up. I don't know why. I thought it was so funny. Totally. like, what are y'all doing?
Okay, so
do y'all think that it was a coincidence that Prince was the one to come and get them? Are we skipping ahead?
Yeah, you skipping ahead. Hold up.
Okay, you got something.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead then. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Because before that happened, I wanted to ask y'all about the grandma, because she's like in a nursing home. But when the grandma thought she was talking to her own child,
the daughters.
You remember that because that was before that part. And she was talking to her. She thought she talked to her daughter, and she was saying stuff about what they were planning on doing. And this is like the first time Allie's ever hearing about it. And she's, eventually she started playing along, trying to get some information. That part blew my mind because I'm like, wait a minute. Because it's like she knows things that the kids have no clue about.
Right.
With the parents and the things that her parents are into because, they died. And she didn't really know why. She, in her mind, because remember she snapped at Maddox like close to the beginning because she was like, the terrorist attack thing that happened ended up killing her parents. But when the grandma was like revealing stuff to her and then she snapped out of it and then she saw her, I was so mad. I was so mad. And then when she was trying to talk to her grandma to ask her about these things, then she's like shutting it off. Oh, yes, I can't talk to you about those things, or I don't know, I don't remember.
She said she didn't want any part of that. I guess what the movement or whatever they were doing. Her mother was doing.
Why wouldn't she tell her? Like at this point, she's asking you now. Why wouldn't the grandma just tell? I mean, it's over. I mean, they're gone. I feel like she could have said something about what they were into. I don't necessarily, again, I don't know if they were scared to talk about stuff out loud because remember they couldn't really talk about stuff. Dealing with their revolution, because when she ran to her friend, it's like certain things you couldn't say. But I mean, maybe that could have been it. But I really wanted her grandma to like say more about her parents and what happened and how they died, because she knew how they died.
It sounded like her. It's not like her grandmother like disagreed with what her parents had did. So it's like she felt like if she did tell her granddaughter, like her granddaughter would probably want a part of that. Like she sounded too interested in it,
Like she tried to.
She seen what it done to her kid. I think she was just trying to protect her. But then I didn't get mad at, because I think you should respect your elders. So I felt like she did disrespect her a little bit, but I didn't get too mad because it's like, dang, I kind of know something because you said something. But
it was a frustration of like you were just giving me this information because you thought I was, you thought I was somebody else. You thought I was your daughter. But to like completely shut down and close down as if, it wasn't important. I'm sure that was super frustrating. I wanted to know. I didn't want her to snap at her grandma. I didn't want them to argue. I didn't want her to walk out like that. Because her grandma
snapped at her.
She's old. Like she's dying. Like you don't want that to be like the last thing that you ever say to her. But I wanted to know. Like I wanted her to be that person to say that like your parents did this and this is how this happened and stuff. But I do get that part, Talisha, about she, protecting her and not wanting her to like, now you got to go after the cause because your parents, they did too. So yeah, that was hard.
But that's how we do now. That's how we do with mama, aunts, uncles. They know stuff that happened in the past, but they don't pass that on. Why don't they pass it on? Are they ashamed, embarrassed, mad? What?
Why don't y'all pass it on?
I don't know, because I think about that a lot too, because I feel like when you have something, I mean, it's kind of veering off, but if you have something called, like, how they say the generational curses, how they say, the things that happen in the past, like they all like always come in cycles. But a lot of the times we don't know what we're dealing with. We don't know what happened. And, no one talks about any of these things to the younger people to help the younger people avoid these things. It's not like if you tell them they're going to run toward that. You're telling them to like for them to take heed and like, okay, this is what happened. This is the mistakes I made, mistakes they made, da 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 da. We don't want that for you. Not just don't do this, don't do that, don't. Why? Like
I sure be telling mine.
Follow after footsteps that we didn't even know were ahead of us because that's just that cycle. I feel that happens a lot. I mean, I know things because I was like raised by the oldest person in our family, but I just feel like those are like the family secret stuff is like, ugh, it don't need to be within the family. It don't need to be because we are family. We need to know. I feel like everybody needs to know.
So that's what I was thinking about.
But yeah.
Share all the information.
I feel like she should have, because at some point when you're the only person, like you're literally the eldest person, you're the only person who knows more history than anybody else. it's up to you to pass that down. Whether it's good, bad, ugly, cute, whatever, pass it down, because those are the type of things that carry on a family. It's not always a legacy thing when it's like a negative type of, like with her parents.
Right.
It's not always like, you know, they were kind of like theirs, you know, with their cause, you know, and I don't want you to be that way. But at the same time, tell them what happened. Tell them why they did it. I mean, ultimately, the kid's going to have their own choice, you know, of whether they want to follow that or not. But to know the full truth, that gives you so much more power, and, you know, with the knowledge of your family, the history, and what you're going to do with your life and stuff. But
I mean,
do it. So.
But being a grandmother, and she knowing over there it ain't as bad as what, you know.
Oh yeah, she knew that, right?
Thing, you know, so it's like, you know, she knew that if her grandkids knew what was over there, they would want to go. Like
the grandma knew about the burrows not being as bad as they told them.
I didn't get that. I didn't get
like
that.
I don't know if she did, but she had to know something if daughter and her, you know, son-in-law were like trying to fight, because the revolution people were part that, like the boroughs and stuff. Wasn't it all why there was a revolution?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had to have known that. Oh, that's true. That's something to think about, because she has to have known that if she knew that they were fighting for that cause, and that cause was purely because of the existence of the boroughs. Those are the people who left. I wonder why she didn't say anything. You said that she was scared they was gonna go or want to go.
I knew. They would want to go. Yeah, like.
But why couldn't you just go?
Want to?
Why wouldn't they just go?
It's dangerous over there too. She probably felt like being in jail was safe for her. That's why she talked about to stay away from at nighttime. Don't go out there, to watch her surroundings. Like she felt safer.
Because it wasn't any policing in the boroughs per se.
No,
they were really free to do whatever, you know. Just like when she went there, when she did go there, she got beat up. She didn't belong there. She didn't have any, you know, any place to go, nobody to protect her. You need that over there, I think.
Who was beating her up? Were those?
They were trying to get her to. They were going to take her where her sister was at and make her one of them.
So the dudes who were beating her up, those are Ruby's people?
I don't know.
But they wasn't like she didn't she say she was going to kill them or like punish them for doing that? Because they wasn't doing what she told them to do, like, because
that is what because that's what she was saying, like she wanted them to be there by choice.
Yeah. So the head person wanted them to be by choice, but people that was recruiting didn't care.
Okay. So yeah. I mean, it may seem like it's more
freedom, but
but then in the mids it was like more I don't want to say organization. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You had the police. The police were bad though. Like I can't even say they're protecting anybody, but it was like more rules. Where we went at?
The grandma.
Yeah, we were talking about the grandma. Okay, so after the grandma, she left the grandma mad. She ran to her friend. She was trying to mention the revolution stuff, and her friend jumped scared about that. And then that's when we found out. So that's when we go to the part right before Prince, the part with the dude coming to their house, that white dude, to tell the sister that she had to accept that scholarship from Apex.
Was he white?
I saw a white dude. I'm sorry, was he not? In my head, I saw a big, tall, bald-headed white dude.
I saw a black tall dude.
I don't know.
I don't think that matter. Why y'all care about race so bad? I don't remember whether he was white.
It's just
or black,
because I said he was white. That's all.
I ain't heard not one white person in that book.
Why did I say he white? Maybe because
I don't know.
Oh no, I thought all the cops were white.
I didn't think none of them.
Really?
Come on now. I didn't think a lot of them was black.
Stuff like that.
I thought they was white.
I didn't think nobody was white.
I thought the rich people in Apex was white. Because her boss, like the bird nose chick, I saw white.
Oh, well, yeah, she was white. I think she was white.
Okay. But yeah, this dude that showed up.
I don't know why I thought he was black.
So wait. So the bald-headed dude came telling her sister she had to show up or they was going to come and get her, right? Okay, and then they were able to call. I can't get over them trying to call the grandma to warn her because they was gonna try to leave. An old dude that who just left their house was on the freaking phone.
That was crazy.
Like, who you calling? Oh, y'all about to go somewhere?
And yeah, that's scary. But it's like they already knew that they was being watched like that, you know?
Like, I didn't know they were being watched like to that extent. You know, I guess like her brain was like so magnificent. They wanted her, you know, and they were using her kind of like, I guess, you know, in a camp. Just to use their brains to do whatever that they want as far as like creating all these technology and stuff. But yeah, for him to do that and intimidation, they trying to get their grandma. They end up being able to call Maddox, and he just, you know, pop up and dude's at the door. I'm like, because what you said familiar eyes, I didn't even catch. I'm like, well, it can't be him, because how could he get there so fast? You know?
Yeah.
Right.
But then
I knew it was him, but I didn't know who it was. I didn't know.
Yeah. And that ended up being the guy.
So her first being like a cop. Oh man.
Girl, the one that she, you know, they did it before he left. That was the only time. Why is this like the second book we read in a row with somebody like had sex for like 10, 12 years?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying.
And these are two different authors. I'm like, bruh, like, oh, life has to be hard.
That was so funny when he said, I pictured you turning ugly so it can be easier for me.
No.
Oh man.
But yeah, so yeah, okay. Which one? I kind of didn't trust him. I'm sorry. For a second, I'm like, so he just showed up at your house. I was scared.
When he knew like who her dude was,
right.
I trusted him.
At that point, but like,
yeah.
But when he first popped up, I'm like, whoa.
Because I didn't know you could play. I didn't think that like you could probably play both sides like that. I felt like if you're a cop, they know everything that you're doing. Like, I felt like they were going to get caught because he was cop. I felt like he could have possibly been with Maddox, you know, having his back, but like really like take some money on the back end and then help the, like all these things are happening. It's like, I don't know. I'm not going to trust him until I know for sure that he's going to follow through. But once he
you gotta trust him. You gotta trust him because he said that he was going to send somebody. And what he said, he gonna send somebody, and when they come, just go with him. Or he said he was gonna say something or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he came to the door. You looked out there. It did seem kind of sketchy at first because the man had just left pretty much.
They was gonna be back with 8 minutes, like he had the
right.
thing.
But when he, like Talisha said, when he said Maddox's name, I trusted him totally then.
Me too.
I'm just so skeptical. I'm like, I'm just that person. You got to prove it. Because when he said it, I still, okay, you know Maddox, but like I said, you still a cop. You still, you know, like, and from where she lives, they're all pretty much dirty. Like, and I wouldn't be able to trust them. And I was like, was he really a cop or was he just wearing a cop uniform? And he found out he's really a cop, but from a different section.
Right. But he had already said that he knew people. He had already, somewhere in there, he had already said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. So
but wait. So Prince had mentioned about her boyfriend.
Oh.
Huh? With your boyfriend, man.
When she kept asking about him, when she got to Maddox, asking, was her ex okay? And like, but she didn't say her ex, and then he had said it. Yes, your ex is okay. Like,
so did he get
your first is okay? Oh man.
Dude, the tunnel. What the heck was that?
I don't know how they did it.
First, you supposed to be in there for an hour. You ended up in there 6 hours.
6 hours? How you made it?
Right?
I don't know
like
how they did it.
I wouldn't have. And then when the noises came and something coming after you, bro, like I'm gonna lay down. Like I'm just kidding because I'm not gonna.
I'm
not gonna. All right. When he grabbed her leg, when that thing grabbed her leg, I didn't know what to think because at first I thought it was an animal, but then she said it was like it grabbed her, and then it brought my hair back to when she was first following Bunny, and she was like, you know, talking about trying to make sure she don't see nothing that's undead, like from all this ruins and stuff. I'm like, boy, if a zombie pop up, I'm done. I don't like zombie stuff, and I feel like that was a daggone zombie that grabbed her. Even though
underground.
Even though he said that they lived under there, I was like, I didn't catch that. Like that threw me off. But she thought they saw the end of the tunnel. She thought that was the light, and that was actually him. with his little night vision stuff. And he saved the day, Lord. That scared me. I knew somebody was something gonna happen bad. Goodness. And just like so much survival stuff. You running from this place and these people it was just a lot. But they got through the tunnels and they finally, got to the burrows. I know like they were living together basically. Oh my gosh, guys. The part that I was like, I need one of those. I'm talking about the man, right? When this girl taking out her funky braids.
Oh.
And he
went and got the comb for her.
Girl, he
washed her hair.
I said, where they get those from? She wrote that man and created him, because I ain't never. I don't wear braids.
No. Dwayne, now he will help you take out your weave now. I'll be skeptical trying to cut that thread, but he'll help you. Yeah, he'll help me wash it. He'll help me wash it. So
forget y'all.
After the
forget y'all.
Hey, let's get back to the movie. I mean, the book.
Can't get something for that.
Look, they help you get it dirty. They'll help you wash it. But that was so cute to me. Like, he helped her take her braids out. He knew how to do everything. He had the hair product and stuff. Because remember, he had long hair.
Yeah, he did have long hair. Yes,
he had. I'm like, apparently he does his own stuff. Like, I figured like he had some female who did his hair, so, or who took care of his hair. But he had all that. And he helped her wash it and stuff. That was so cute to me. I can't remember why he got mad. My head is jumping to when he wanted to fight somebody. And he went to that cage fighting thing. But what happened between that?
He was mad at
that woman.
He was mad at Chess.
He was mad at Chess?
Yeah, because she wanted to, what? Was that the time she said she wanted to start getting the business with them guns?
Oh, yeah. They got in an argument, I remember, because he was telling her she was doing shady stuff and people didn't want to work with her no more.
Yeah.
People husbands and stuff like that. She ain't learned that lesson yet from Ruby.
Oh, and yes, we found out about like her initial relationship with Ruby. And how they were actually really close. And that was messed up.
That was messed up.
That was messed up, man.
Now, when that came out, I was really totally done with her then.
Yeah. And she had no remorse. Like, she didn't even care. Like, she didn't even do it because she did it for power. Like, she was just, that's it. Like, she would do anything. And that's when you lose yourself. That's
you went through so much. It's just like, I can't, whatever I can do to not go through that again, to be at the bottom. Whatever she got to run over, whatever she got to do.
But I feel like her ambition was like more than just trying to be not going back. It was like she wanted to rule everything so she can have power over everybody. So she can, like, it was like that revenge type of thing. Like, I can do what I want to do. That's what messed up.
Yeah, instead of
power and being like, that's fine,
wanting to help people, she wanted to,
she let that take over. So they had the argument. He did the whole fight thing. And she saw him in his little element.
Trying to think how she wanted to fight.
Yeah, right.
He said,
I didn't want to see that happen. I wanted to see it happen so I could see her get whooped in front of him and be just as embarrassed as she would have been. But I'm glad that didn't happen. No. But so we're gonna get to the part where her and her sister were about to go like have lunch, breakfast or something, and then dudes try to come out and get
trying to get them
when they on the street in middle of the morning. And they come up, one in a car, two behind them. Like, and she felt them. I remember that, like, coming after her. But she was always the protector of her sister. She's like, girl, go. She told her where to go. Her sister don't want to go. Because I like their little, their little
bond
all the time. Which, like, listen to me and go do what I tell you to do. Right. But, and she handled her own. I thought she was going to get grabbed.
Yeah, I thought she was. Yeah,
but she had her own.
I'm gonna fight back. She's not the type of girl that's just gonna just lay down and let you take me. She gonna put up a fight.
Yeah. She busts one of them.
Yes.
Well, she got both of them actually. But I'm glad she got away with that. But that's when like the unraveling of what was happening behind the scenes came down, and she was, trying to get her she was trying to get her sister out of that house, talking about, get your stuff, we about to go, and Chaz walking up like, this innocent little, what's wrong?
Like, but Blue had already, well, he didn't say who, but when
that point, Blue, I thought Blue told her. No?
Blue told Allie, after she ran up there, he didn't say that it was Chess. He was insinuating that
he said that she knew though.
That's
like he said, if I knew this, she noticed.
Okay. Yeah, about the bounty or something, right?
Yeah, a bounty on her head or something like that.
Okay. So so she knew about that. So she knew the chest behind that. She trying to get her sister out. And that is I liked how, man, like she don't go down without a fight. Mm-hmm. And I liked how she went head to head with Chess, even though Chess trying to act like she don't know nothing, being all innocent. These dumb fools, Maddox and Mosey, just trusting her.
But she loved them. Well,
I know, but
she showed them love. But yeah,
for me at that point, Maddox knowing Allie enough and knowing her like going that hard against. I mean, from the jump, he knew that she kind of didn't trust her either, I guess. Because he was taking up for her a lot too, Allie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So at that point when they were, cause I think it was kind of like the wheels were turning in his mind when she was like going head to head with her, like, no, I'm getting my sister out of here, whatever. And I think, did she say in front of her that they were going to Ruby's?
Oh yeah, she asked her. Yeah, I had to.
Girl,
I need your ride. Ruby got a ride out there for me.
I loved her for that. It's like, B, what? Like, I got everything I need. Yeah. That was good. I like that. We did mention it earlier, but the Ruby, she ended up having the grandma staying in her house.
Yeah.
It was already like a known thing that Allie was going to pay, her back for that.
Right.
We all knew, even from the jump, about that. She wanted the old girl's head. She said that in the beginning. So yeah. So I mean, she's just nice to me. I'm sorry. Like, she was mean, but she was nice. I mean, she took the girl. She helped her get her grandma. Like.
Yeah,
that I know that took some pull to help her get her out that fast, and then have her stay at her home like that, and get her the meds.
Her mama was her beautician.
Yeah, I mean but
so her mom I
thought it was going to be deeper. Like, I thought their connection was going to be deeper than that, because I remember she did say the mom was her beautician, and I guess like they talked and stuff like that.
They was friends, yeah.
Yeah, but I just, for some reason, I felt like the connection and why she was doing what she was doing was going to be much deeper than that. But it was just simply, I knew your mama. So I was like, okay.
But she ain't got no friends. I felt like it was her friend too,
Who, Ruby?
Yeah, just because her last friend she had, turned on her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, it's not really people like she could trust, especially like women, from what old girl did. So you have the scene at the close to the end when Ruby at Ruby's house, and Maddox came to get Allie, and he told her that the girl wanted to meet up with her. Right. I knew that was a setup as far as like on Chess's end, because we knew the back. Did we know? We ain't know that yet. We thought we knew. We didn't know nothing. We didn't know like how deep it was. But right. Okay, so that part happened, and she was like on a think about coming over to the I forgot what they called the Chess's house. But then when Maddox gets there, he comes back home and he finds Mosley, and Mosley basically just
tells him everything.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
I felt so bad. I really felt bad for him. I mean, because it's not only Allie that she's trying to get, but she was gonna blame it on him. She was gonna blame it. It was a part where she was gonna blame something. What was she gonna blame on him?
The reason why she got is because they was mad at him because he beat them up or something in the fight.
Some part that was his name was mentioned that she was gonna end up blaming him for something. I can't remember.
She set that all up, having the whole police record. Like, first of all, they are really good hackers. That sister of hers. But man, they had everything on her to know that she was just stabbing everybody in the back. That hurt my feelings too. I mean, I knew she was gonna do something. Ain't like the Alley girl anyway. I didn't know they were gonna find out everything. Like, I didn't know it was gonna be just like they got everything from the police report, and her setting, gonna have the trade-off with the girls. And it's like, what do you do at that point? Like, because that's like basically their big sister, and she's already shutting down Mosley after all the stuff he did with the internet and all this kind of like. And once they're able to use it, like, what was she gonna do with them? Just like cut them off?
I know he was shot and hurt.
Yeah, especially a young one. Like, that was crazy.
I thought he was gonna kill her.
I didn't think he had it in him.
I did. I
thought he was gonna be the one to kill her. I thought he was gonna do it with tears in his eyes, but I thought he was gonna kill her.
Yeah.
I don't know, but okay, so him coming out of that, and those three, those other three dude. I think someone was a woman that was working for Chess. When they came out,
Ooh, the one
when he realized that those three people who worked for Chess, who like basically worked the ground she walked on, but when they were face to face, and he noticed that one of them had the scar that Allie told him to look for.
Well, he was done.
Oh my gosh. Like, y'all about to die, that's it. Like, it was no question. That fight scene was something else. And then the daggone taser at the end, that wasn't fair. But he took his eyes off the wrong person. But man, that was like, he's stabbing this person, they just fighting and all that. Like, you saw it, and then he got tased. I'm like, oh shoot. Like,
man.
Yeah.
That was the only way they was gonna get him, because they couldn't beat him.
That's true.
The twins came through though.
They did. Like, that's how I ended up liking them, because they always did something right, even though they talk retarded. So yeah, you have the meeting, and you have Allie in the room with Chess, and they're talking, and I knew something was going on because she was too calm. Like, Chess, not Chess.
I did not know Ruby was there. I didn't know.
I didn't know she was. I felt she was too sure of herself.
But the way she been talking to her lately, it's been like that. She said she had to be that way. She couldn't show no weakness with her.
Yeah.
I like it.
When that girl came from in that corner. Oh my gosh. I was like cursing. I'm like, get her, like, get her. I was so ready for that girl to go.
Me too.
I liked that there was a fight though, and it wasn't just a straight,
Yeah, I got nervous. I thought she was gonna take over.
Yeah, there was a fight, and then the right one got. Mm-hmm. But dang, that was so good. Like, that last part. Because all she needed was her to say that she broke whatever, like,
all there was.
Yeah, like, whatever it was that she wasn't. It was like the ruthless, something she's supposed to not do.
Yeah, she couldn't just kill her. It had to be a reason why.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was some code or something that she couldn't cross the line until the girl did, and the girl did, and she was in there to hear it. And I'm like, oh, she got you. Mm-hmm. And then she got her. And then, all the people come out, whatever, and then the whole part with Maddox, like, come into her body.
I was so sad.
I felt so bad for him. It was like it had to happen, but I just felt so bad.
That was family. It really was like family,
Yeah. It was no other.
Family gotta go.
There was no other way. She was not gonna stop until she was dead. Like, she really wasn't. Like,
yeah, she
was on a mission, and man. But yeah, like, that was his family. I was like, I was hurting for him, because I mean, she literally just betrayed you and everything you love
Yeah.
For her own gain, but he still was hurting for that. I really enjoyed the entire story. Yeah, we had it was a slow start, but you needed to know all the information to understand, where she was living, and then to see this other side that she had no clue about, and these characters, these people.
So the title, Wonder. What do you think about that in this book? They mention it, in the reading, it mentions the word wonder in there, like a few times, maybe about 3 or 4 times I caught it in there. Like one part said, like at the end, when Maddox went to pick her up from Ruby's house, he said that her eyes were different too. Now that wide-eyed wonder was gone. So the title of the book, where you think? I mean, like, how does that go with the book? What
you
is it?
Wondered where she was going where she's going from the beginning. You wonder what's about to happen next.
Besides, like the pool from the obvious movie or Disney, whatever.
Oh yeah, Wonderland.
It was.
Oh, that's where
I don't know.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Wonderland, but it wasn't the movie. Like, it wasn't. This was way different. Like, the only play it had was a daggone names.
Yeah, name. So the name of the book.
But Wonder, no, because if you go deeper than that, this girl had no clue that this whole other world existed.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she had just no idea. She thought she had it kind of good, and she had it horrible.
Right.
But it was like, and then when she discovers little bits and pieces, then her mind, the wheels start turning. Like, okay, why is this? How did this happen? Why not? All of these things. To me, that wonder is what she's been in almost the whole freaking movie. Like, because everything was either curiosity or confusion or not knowing, the truth about things. And then when she, like, in the end, found out, like, a little clipping, I guess. I don't know if it's a history book or something. It was something mentioned about that, where these terrorists were her actual parents. It was a lot of unknowns for her, like even her sexuality, like even her experience with this guy. Even I mean, I wouldn't even take it to be like it was related to that movie, because in my mind, that's what this whole daggone story was about. It was her discovery of what life really could have been this entire time, number one, and what, is going to be, because, wasn't she trying to, Ruby was putting Maddox in some type of level of power at some point.
Yeah, he was like under her.
Yeah, and then she was like, Ruby was happy that he had Allie, to kind of be, with him with that, and then she, be kind of like a protege per se. But man, it's just to come from where she was and then where it ended. That was a big jump. That was
totally big jump.
It's all
in person.
Yeah, but it's like she didn't have a choice of the person that she could be. Right. Before this, it was like you just had to live, and it wasn't even living. You don't even consider it living. You ain't got no meat, girl. You remember talking about that refrigerator?
I can live with no meat. You talking about no showers?
Something. The showers. Oh my gosh. No technology really. And people. Okay, so let me just jump back, because I thought y'all said that people, they were keeping tabs and be able to watch and listen and stuff, but I thought that they just said that to people. I mean, I think she wondered that too. Like, if they just like said that just to keep you in fear or keep you in check, or if they were really doing it, but then we figure out like
you can't even go grocery shopping.
Yeah,
yes, like, they all up in your everything.
That's true. And then she comes from that to all this stuff that happens in the boroughs, to basically being able to, I don't know, have a little power herself, in the end. And being part of a life that I'm sure her parents was fighting for her to have. Yeah. Because all in hindsight, they didn't want the mids for their kids. They wanted them to have the freedom as the people did in the boroughs, and they died for that.
They wanted everyone to have that, you know?
Yeah, they did. But yeah, they got out. You know, your parents died for it. They were doing it for everybody else. But hey, you got out. Your grandma, you know, she passed, but you know, she was able to see a little something, I guess. We talked about everything. That was good. So, Talisha, what did you think about this story?
Well, I got a new boyfriend.
I bet he cuted this a beat.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really picture him as being any.
Oh my gosh, he was fine out here. He was tall, he was dark, he had long hair. I don't care for the long hair thing, but if it's braided, you know, I thought it was dreads for some reason at first. That wasn't my I thought that.
I didn't see him though. You know, I could see the other people. I couldn't see his face. I couldn't see him.
I don't know
who I would. Though. Which is overall, I enjoyed the book. Like, it was good.
Was it worth going through?
Yes.
The frustration in the beginning.
My eye roll, yes, I just did eye roll. I would have to say, yeah. Now, yes, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What about a favorite character?
Because I wouldn't have made it.
Favorite character. I like a few of them. Can I have two?
No, who's number one and who's number two?
Okay, so number one, I'm gonna say Maddox. I liked him because I liked how he was very kind of transparent. I liked how he was very upfront. I liked how, you know, he kept telling her, you know, like stop, like don't be embarrassed, like to say it or do it, whatever it was. Like he wasn't gonna allow her to close up, but he wasn't gonna allow her to, you know, to.
Oh, you like my man.
I'm not your man. Whatever.
Why you gotta have all the men?
I know. She said because we married.
Y'all could have the genius. Y'all don't want the genius?
You want no little boy?
Wasn't the boy? So we grown. Oh, but I loved like how he was. I love how rough he was. Like he can fight. He'll kill for you. He can protect you. Like I love that. And he will even go against like his family. He'll speak up, like bro, you know, to Chess and whatever. I like that. You know, he was just like a real protector. He was caring, giving. He will wash your hair and help you take out your weave. That really, he was just, I don't know. Allie had a lot going on. I did like her character, but like, it was just something about him I really liked. And y'all know I love some Ruby, but we gonna let her be number two. I loved her. I really did. She has a heart and she's hard, and I can respect that. Okay, somebody else can answer.
Felicia?
Everything that Ashley said.
She said everything that Ashley just said. So
what?
It's all about Maddox for her.
I yeah, that's who my favorite character was. She explained everything to the T of why I loved him. Why I love him. So
we gonna have to find something she gonna like the actual heroine of the daggone story, and not the it's like these dudes.
So if it ain't no dude in the story, I ain't reading it.
Oh my
God. Okay, we'll make sure. We can make sure we keep it. You're gonna have Felicia fall in love every time we read a book.
Right? Well, my favorite character was Nadia.
Really?
I really liked her from the beginning because she's young, yeah, but not too young, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but she was very mature for her age, I think.
Yeah,
very mature for her age. She spoke her mind, and it didn't matter to who she said it to. Yeah. She was focused on living the right now and in the right now. So that's why I liked her because she was. I think she was determined.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to I don't think like as much as Allie was, she wasn't letting the environment or what they were in control her or like keep her in a box, you know. Yeah, because she was exploring stuff and bringing stuff home and books and stuff. Yeah,
I liked her too, but she wasn't my favorite.
Of course she's not your favorite, Talisha.
You know what I mean? You like Blue too? Blue, I swear for Blue, the big dude with the hooker, I thought that was I saw Rick Ross.
Yeah, somebody like that, and that ain't
cute.
I saw Big Worm.
Big Worm. A face I love. Yeah, I was like a person like with big old belly, like he got his boobs like hanging out of his open shirt.
I like he helped. I like that he protected them, and
yeah,
I didn't like how he didn't want to answer her at first. He was kind of making me mad when I first met him. But
it's like because he said you had to ask the question the right way or some type of stuff. I'm like, bro, just stop it.
This ain't no maze. Just tell me what my sister said. Like, stop playing with me.
But
yeah, he made me mad. But yeah. I ain't just dislike him, but nah, he ain't.
He didn't have that big of a part anyway.
Yeah.
But he played his part.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad we were able to read this book. It was, like I say, it was different in a lot of ways because of the setting and everything, but it was similar with a natural type of like love story, opposites or people with different experiences and life experiences and just coming into each other's world. You know, that's a pretty common thing, but it's like everybody just tells a story in such different ways. It just makes it always worth reading. I really, really, really liked this book. You know, I like that it put me in a place where I had to use my imagination a lot more. And not just, you know, the typical, you know, what we're living in now. Like that was, man, so you understood the struggle.
But I had a sad part. Now, let me know if any of y'all had the sad part where you wanted to like tear up a little bit. Can y'all remember a part off the top?
That I wanted to tear up?
No. You remember when the grandmother was at Ruby's and Nadia had went in there first, and then when Allie got finished talking to Ruby, she went in there, and Nadia turned to her with tears in her eyes, and she vowed that her grandmother was blind.
Oh, yeah.
That was really sad. That was sad.
Yeah, the sickness took, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. You gonna make me, like, you making me feel bad. that was like one of those, like, oh, you know, like, yeah. I wasn't expecting that at all. And she still had a smile on her face, you know.
Yeah.
Still did.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
I just wanted to get it out. I like that little part.
All of that.
I liked it, but you know.
Everything about the grandma, it's like after dealing with everything they're dealing with, you still have to worry about like your grandmother. Your grandmother's sick and she has, you know, she's deteriorating with like all these other things are, you know, are happening. Like that's a lot for a young person to have all of that on her shoulders. That girl, she had a lot on her shoulders.
I did feel like sad, but I thought it was I didn't think Ruby was there. I thought she found out that she was able to go to school or whatever, and she wanted to tell her sister and her grandmother, but then like her grandmother was like sick. Remember that part? Like it was like at the beginning.
Oh, when when she found out about the scholarship, but she didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, like I thought that was sad because her she wanted her grandmother and her sister at the same time. So when you
nursing home.
Yes.
Oh, that was right before they ran into Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and let her go. She should have got they could have slapped her up a little bit, like punched her in the face, kicked her or something. I
wouldn't have let her go. I don't care.
I think I would have let her go.
You gonna miss this bus?
Broken nose or something. Yeah, I remember that. But that was sad when she was coming to tell her grandma and they couldn't because the dude was telling her how bad her health was. Yeah. Love herself. Okay.
we went all around in that book.
Yeah, we did.
We was happy. We was sad. We had everything in there.
Yeah, that was really good. I was embarrassed for Allie. Like, I don't know how many times.
Yeah, me too.
When she was dealing with Maddox, like I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Yeah, it was really good. So yay, we got our February book down, and there's 2 books in a row that we're happy with what we read. Whoop, whoop. All right, any last words? All right, February book, we got Wonder by Christina C. Jones, 5 stars all across the board. Loved it from the beginning to the end. I don't care how long it took us to get in it, but story was well told. It was well told. I really enjoyed that.
I did too. I was surprised, but yeah. I did enjoy it. Well done, Christina.
Give our Love Jones snaps. That was amazing. That's all we got for you guys. Talk to y'all later.
Peace. Love you guys.
We out.
Bye, y'all.
Keep listening.
So country. Bye, y'all.